Uh, so, again, as I said, the masculine really is in this kind of logistical mental trap right now. It's kind of really trying to figure out what he wants. He's being stubborn. Stubborn is the word. Very stubborn. But don't lose patience with him. Give him some patience. Uh, there's a lot of indecision with this two of swords card here. Another beautiful card. Two of Swords. Kind of blindsiding himself a little bit. Maybe choosing not to see what the feminine is offering. It could feel like that. But I don't think you should take that personally, because I do feel like this death card, I am really kind of putting a lot of set into that death card there, because I do feel like there's really been something significant that's happened to the masculine to get to this point where he feels like that. It's difficult for him, and it's not to be frowned upon. It's not to be, bothered by. Just embrace it and accept it and understand it. Just try to be understanding. Here we have the Ten of Cups, and the feminine is offering this, beautiful abundance of emotional commitment to him. She is longevity, and family and legacy. It's all the things she wants, and he's kind of over here, sort of choosing not to see it, or perhaps he's afraid. He's trapped by his own thoughts, as we've already discussed, as we know. And with that death card, I really do feel like it's all sort of related to that. Something has happened recently. Oh gosh. And he is just questioning so many things about whether having a relationship is a good idea, I feel. Perhaps if there was an end to a previous partnership, perhaps he's just simply afraid of losing you too. That's a very logical explanation for that, of course. Moving into the center here, crowning, we have the Four of Cups. Gorgeous. Four of Cups. So, again, it's all about the choice. It's all about choice and choosing to take what is being offered. It's about taking the chance, taking the leap, choosing to see the offer of love. Again, if there has been a love triangle, I think it's about separating from that now, getting away from that energy, which I feel has become very invasive and consuming, as with these sword cards here. It's become, there is just, an energy that's just become, it's all consuming, and it's negative, and it needs to be eradicated, and it needs to be cut. And it will be in time. It's about letting go of that now, if relevant to you. And at the root of that, we have the High Priestess. Great card, great looking card. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just like staring at it. The artwork is, I love Salvador Dali. And the cards do have that kind of surrealist element. Some of them are just really incredible, really amazing. But yes, this came up in reversal. Major Arcana energy there, just as the Empress is a Major Arcana energy there. And so is Death. So yes, lots of big energies. The High Priestess is another huge feminine energy, and it's about intuition, feminine intuition, and ultimately being able to trust in yourself and your own thoughts, and believing in those feelings. It's not just about the other person, you see, it's a lot about yourself. Again, in conjunction to that other big feminine energy we had in the bottom of the deck. And I'm kind of directing that towards the feminine, because I do feel like it's possibly more relevant to her at the moment because of the gender roles of those cards. It's another nod to be mindful that you're not putting all of your emotional investment in this person and seeking their validation of approval. This is your mind, this is your body, and if this is anything to do with fertility for some people here, it's your body. It's your body, and know this and remember this. Don't ignore what you know to be true of yourself and of your own feelings regarding certain aspects of the relationship or decisions that you need to make right now. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Don't. I get the sense in regard to this intuition. Perhaps the masculine has some secrets that have yet to be shared. Not necessarily secrets, but just things that he hasn't divulged, things that he's been keeping to himself for whatever reason, and maybe he's wondering how to tell the feminine, and you can kind of feel that there is that resistance still. There's a resistance from the masculine. But don't be afraid to ask. You won't get, if you don't ask, you don't get. That's what my dad says, and it's true. Don't be afraid to ask. And I say that because, the masculine energy, he brings in a big major arcana energy here. He brings in the world, and again, these cards are incredible. But yes, the world energy here. And the world is about completion and wholeness. I feel like he's going to break out of this crazy energy that he's getting. This whole situation, I just do feel like there's something that's happening in the masculine. I kind of felt it in the last reading, the mid-monthly reading, and maybe he's still kind of going through that actually. It might just be kind of following on from that, because I do remember in the mid-monthly reading for November I do feel like, if I'm remembering rightly, I think there was something going on there, and again, this is possibly a follow-on from that, but I do feel like this month he's going to break out of that energy and realizing his place in the relationship. Like he's going to see it for what it is and what he wants, and he's going to feel like all the gaps have been filled here. He's going to break free from those mental constraints and will come to that sense of clarity that he really needs to. And this card kind of reinforces to me that the masculine does want the same things as the feminine ultimately. He wants the love, he wants the family. If pertaining to any kind of pregnancy, he wants, dare I say it, he wants the child. He's just afraid, really. He's afraid of the new beginning, as composed by death, the end of something else, the beginning of something entirely new. And the feminine has to allow him to feel those natural energies. He has to feel the fear. This also indicates taking a journey together. Possibly not literal, but more figuratively. You're embarking on the next step together. The feminine meets this with the Seven of Swords energy over here. A great kind of surrealist example. If you've seen the original card, you'll know. The good old Rider-Waite tarot deck. But yes, Seven of Wands energy from the feminine there. Possibly, she's not convinced that he has this kind of same feelings as him. But again, with the Empress card, stop relying on, someone else's validation. Just be in it, be in it and enjoy it. Like, as that, full energy kind of says, hey, enjoy the good times. But, I feel as if possibly the feminine at this point was kind of tiptoeing around the masculine a little bit. There has been some big decisions to be made, or perhaps a big point of discussion, or simply having the discussion about where are we now, what do we want, and she's been so wrapped up in this passionate energy, this kind of sexual liberation, if you were, and with the reactions from the masculine, who may have been a little bit unresponsive, she's felt herself afraid too. There's fear here, there's a lot of fear. Like, she's just trying to take what she can get out of it and leave behind the responsibilities a little bit. Like, oh, is this as good as it gets, I'm happy because I love you and I want you, but there's more to it than that, Don't sell yourself short. You are a empress, you're a queen, you are magnificent, and, remember that. Be confident, trust yourself, trust your intuition there. There's no getting away from what you already know to be true. You already know what it is. You already know. Be aware if you want in the long run, and don't try to embark on this relationship without being honest with yourself and with your partner about your feelings and about the situations at hand. That's what I'm getting from that energy, ultimately. So yes, be aware of that too. And the outcome we have is the Soto de Oros, the Page of Pentacles, adorable little boy there. I say boy. I think it's a boy with long hair. Pages are usually boys. Little dragonfly at the bottom there. Gorgeous. I'm so sorry the light's so bad, but these are wonderful looking cards. Yes, Page of Pentacles outcome. Good outcome. This is about making things work practically together. This is new ground and the start of something new, a manifestation of ideas. As I said, I feel with the twin flame energies, the partnerships, people are moving into a completely new place together now. New ground, fresh start, which is beautiful, and congratulations to you, because, it's hard to make it this far. And whilst the masculine may have been thinking, oh, is this the right time? And the feminine is kind of in this full speed ahead energy, I could tell that, yes, this is the right time. And there's never really a wrong time for love, for positive growth. It's about the desire for the dream to be real. There's still work to be done here. This is a fledgling energy. It's a young energy. and it needs a little bit more time to mature, but you're off to a really good start. And it's a great monthly reading, I think, for the last month of the year. It's a great card for moving into a new year together. It's perfect, actually. You know, it's like we don't have everything yet, but we have something. You know what I mean? It's great. It's wonderful. It's the spark, you know. Fire couldn't start without one spark. And if you have the spark, then you have the start of potentially something wonderful. So yeah. That's what I've got for you guys this month. Again, I will really try to do a weekly reading. It's probably not going to match up very well with the dates. I might simply wait until the 14th. You know, what are we on? Today's the 5th, so possibly I'll wait until the 14th. Just to do like an even 1 week after the next kind of thing. Maybe my math is wrong. Anyway, I'll do my best, and I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Sorry again about the light and the room. It's not really, you can't really see the structure of the spread very well. I need a bigger table. Anyway, yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you very much, and lots of love to you. Have a great rest of your week. Well, beginning, it's Monday. Oh my god, I don't even know what day it is. Have a great week ahead, and I shall see you soon. Bye, guys.